Hey everybody, Dave here. Well, the growing season is most definitely done, and you see the grapevine here has slidden into its hibernation state for the most part. And you remember how green and lush it was? And it looked like it was going everywhere. And when it gets to this point, you're going to want to give it a good pruning, and take about as much as 90% off of all the new growth, and it'll look rather drastic, and as it does now compared to what it was. And but trust me, it'll come back with a vengeance the next spring. And this is Concord grapevines, and you want to inspect it, make sure there's nothing, no funguses or no growths or anything like that, and just check it all out. And there'll be yet more pruning done, make it where it grows a little bit more evenly and straight and stuff like that. And you may eventually have to increase your trellising, and that's what it looks like. And you can see the remnants of a really fine growing season, and you can see where I had missed some grapes, and now it looks like they've become raisins. And I just let them go to the ground, and who knows, maybe it'll produce a new grapevine. But should you happen to notice anything strange, growths or something that looks unusual, insect infestation. Ooh, the leaves are definitely coming down now. All right. You want to use some fruit tree spray, and it works good on grapevines too. And this is the fruit tree spray, and you mix it with the required amount of water and put it in your sprayer and take it on around and just treat everything. But I'm going to take you over here to a nectarine tree, and I'm going to show you an example of a beginning of an infestation that you'll need to take care of. And this can happen to pretty much any fruit tree. And you can see how these things are sticking straight out. You want to kind of trim those back, kind of make it conform to the way your trellising goes. All right, let's go take a look at a fruit tree. This is an apricot tree, and look over it. Check the trunk, for any strange growths or anything like that. And if it does, you want to treat it, especially before it goes to sleep, totally. And looks like it's pretty good. Little orange tree, it's looking good. It's a peach tree. Peaches are pretty fair game when it comes to getting funguses and stuff and strange growths on their trunk. But this one looks pretty good. Alright, this is a pomegranate, and as you can see, it's still trying to pop some blooms, but obviously it's way too late for it to do anything. Yeah, birds, I'll clean that out in a few minutes, man. This is another variety of peach, and you want to check over the trunk, and you see like little spots like this. And make sure you treat that. See how they get that little fungus. All right. This is Chicago fig. It's only like a year or two, but check over it. Figs are pretty tough, pretty resilient. Cherry tree. Check over your trunks. Make sure that nothing's going weird. Asian pear. Apple tree. This apple tree produces two different types of apple on the same tree. Same thing. You want to check your trunk. All right, looking good. get everything all pruned down to a decent height. I try to stick for everything no higher than 7 feet. All right, another pear tree, and this is a methyl plum. Plums are pretty tough. They usually don't have too many problems. As you can see, the leaves are definitely beginning to change color. Looks like this is where a saddle had developed and got broken off, so I'm gonna make sure you check in it. Check your trunk over. Okay. All right. This is a nectarine tree. All right. See these little spots here? You want to treat them? All right. Another example. This. You want to treat that. Make sure that nothing can infestation get in. One thing you'll notice about peaches, nectarines, and stuff, they kind of seep stuff. And see this? Check over that. Okay. Tell you how confused the weather is. Cold, it's warm. We got potatoes growing, and these are just the skins from grocery store bought potatoes. All right. This is a olive tree. And this is what, year 2 or 3 for him. I'm not really sure, but it'll be another 2 or 3 before it produces anything. All right, you're looking at a kiwi vine. This will be when it wakes up in spring. That'll be year 3 beginning, and I fully expect that this thing will produce. You can see how stout the vine is starting to get. All right. It's one of those pink lemonade blueberry bushes. Gooseberries. You want to give these a decent pruning, and obviously you can see the thorns on these suckers. All right, and goji berries. And these little tiny things here are blueberries, which they really, I don't know, they just don't seem like they're taking off like they should, so they liable to meet their maker and replace it with something else. Alright, and check this out. This is onions that I guess I misplaced or threw them in there. And because it's been so wet and warm, mild, they're taking off again. But obviously, we're within just about 2 weeks, 3 weeks of some good hard weather here. All right, here we're back in the grapevines. Of course, you see strawberries everywhere. Okay. Earlier, y'all, during the season, y'all probably remember me talking about a coppiced tree, where you make you bend it, and then you cut it, and make a living hedge. And you can see in there where that bend is. And we're going to get up in here and clean this up and push everything where it's going to go to the left here. And it'll continue spreading down the fence line and give you one really strong head, so to speak. It's called coppiced tree. There's 2 different types of trees up in here, 3 different types of trees in here. And you see how I put stakes in the ground and help them go sideways. Okay. All right. Perhaps some of you have familiar with the trail marker trees that the Native Americans made. Well, I kind of been toying around with that idea for a while, and I have bent 2 maple trees down with their point to the ground and made it and kind of anchored them, and then started them up a little post here, and we're going to see how this actually goes. And some people refer to them as Indian trail marker trees or culturally modified trees, not unlike a bonsai. But we'll see how this works. Be very interesting to see how all the stuff starts doing when we get back into spring here in a few months. All right, everybody. And it's a beautiful day here. November has come. You can see the leaves coming down. Oh yeah, I love this time of year, man. It's just absolutely, I love it, man. Sit here, watch the leaves fall, and hear the acorns and all that kind of pelt everything. I figure we still have at least I don't know, a couple of weeks, week and a half of before everything reaches peak color. A lot of reds and oranges and yellows, browns starting to pop through. It's one very big old tree here, man. The siren you hear in the background is a shift end or lunch end or begin to Newport News Shipbuilding, where they build all the aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy. The place is so big they have to have a big siren to tell everybody it's time for lunch, and then another one will go off, tell them lunch is over with. All right, everybody. Welcome to November. So tell them what you find when you walk around out here in the garden. Like a piece of celery trying to regenerate. And check this out. This is asparagus going to seed. I must have missed one.